Peace, fam. I am gonna do this video. Um, as you can see, my hair is still in clamps because it's still dry on the ends. The roots been dry. They don't take long to dry, but the ends, my actual locks, is still a little. Y'all see that the dye came out, and now you can see the lint. That's lint. And then when you pull it out, if I was to, I need to stop doing that. But when you pull it out, you start pulling, and then hair start coming out, and then you have like a patch of hair missing. Like show you one with, like this. This one. See that? That was from me pulling lint out of my lock. So I should just snatch this little piece off. I have a few pieces that I snatched off from last when I was taking the lint out. One of them got a lot of lint in it. That's why I dyed it, because they had lint in them. Because I don't like to. Anyway, um, ow, I I wanted to style it. It's tied up, but I'm trying to stay up before. It's not that much dry. It doesn't have that much longer to dry, but it's like one something in the morning, and I need to take my ass to sleep. But I also don't want to go to sleep with them wet, because it's like going to sleep with wet clothes on. But anyway, what I want to talk about, uh, and the I could have did that a little tighter. Um, I'll just retwist my hair with the butter that I make. I make some, well, body and hair butter, because we use it on our hair and our body. But I just retwisted it. Take I don't really have a set amount of time as to how often I retwist my hair, but I don't twist it often, because when you twist it often, like say you retwist your hair every week, twice a month, it will thin out, because you when you have the new growth, it's like baby hair, and if your locks are long or heavy, it's like pulling on your roots, and your roots are like baby hairs, they're new hairs, so they're thinner and weaker than the rest of this heavy hair that's pulling on it. So if you keep retwisting it, you twisting it, you causing even more friction, and it's gonna start to thin out and pop and come off. So I don't want to be bald. So I go like a while in between retwists. But lately I haven't been able to. My hair been just growing, because probably because I'm eating healthy and drinking a lot of juice and water, make fresh juice and water. And that's probably why. But anyway, oh, that leads into, I was talking about the story, the movie Encanto. That's what I wanted to talk about. Encanto, whatever it's called. Um, that's from today. I'm gonna read, because I wrote it down because I didn't want to forget it. But um, we rewatched it today. This is a good movie. We rewatched it today, and we watched Coco again. That's another, like, I'm not even gonna get into that, but that's another kid movie about like breaking um tradition, getting out of the norm thing, normal family thing. But it was a real good movie. I like that movie. It had me do some shadow work too. But the Encanto movie, I'm gonna just read the diary, read the journal that I wrote. I said, so the Encanto movie is going off, and it was amazing and enlightening, and in alignment with what I've been feeling and sharing all week. It was about family and their gifts or roles in the family. The main character, I think her name was Maribel, but I didn't remember what her name was when I was writing this. So I'm gonna say Maribel felt, I think her name was Maribel, felt that she didn't have a gift, or the whole family said they said she didn't have a gift because I don't know what age it is, but they have to go to the door in the house for their new room, and the door will give them their gifts. And she didn't get a gift. When it was her ceremony, then the door like disappeared. It went away when she touched the doorknob. But it said, she felt that she didn't have a gift and was made to feel like she was always in the way. But she was proud of her family and bragged about them. She just wanted to help and feel useful in the family because she didn't get a gift at her ceremony. And it say then she had a vision after she cut herself. Hmm? Oh yeah, after she cut herself at her little cousin's gift ceremony. I say little, her little cousin's gift ceremony. And it showed their home. Did I say? Yeah, she had a vision and it showed their home full of cracks and falling apart after the flame from the candle went out. So she ran to tell her grandma, the matriarch, and family in the middle of the celebration. And Abuela, her grandma, told her to show her. But when they got back to the other room, it was gone. So the grandma told everybody to continue partying, but the girl couldn't get it out of her mind. So she went to find a miracle after hearing her grandma speak in private about how the magic was fading. Her son was gone because his gift was visions, but his last vision about Maribel and the house crumbling. And his last vision was about Maribel and the house crumbling. So he left, or everyone thought he did, but he was living in the walls with the rats, patching up the cracks in the house because he felt guilty and like he was a burden. The family didn't even want to say his name or talk about him, but the girl found him in a vision because she snuck into his room and he had a small table by the wall that was connected to the kitchen in the house so he could feel like he was eating with his family. She also talked to the strong sister who was feeling weaker and stressing because she didn't know what value she had if she wasn't always the strongest. The other sister was supposed to marry this guy and was seen as perfect, and her and Maribel didn't get along. She got the she got the uncle to search to find out what they missed from the first vision, and it showed a butterfly. It flew to a plant, and then the vision ended with the lead girl, Maribel, and the perfect sister hugging and making up. So they thought that that was going to solve the problem. So Maribel reluctantly went to make peace with her sister, and they argued, and it was revealed that the perfect sister never wanted to be that way. She was just doing what she thought she was supposed to do. She didn't even want to marry the guy, she was doing it for the family. And she started growing different plants, trees, and flowers, and they were getting along because normally she would grow roses and stuff, but she started growing like all different kind of pretty flowers and like just a lot of different stuff. uh and it was she was having fun experimenting, doing what she wanted to do and not what she was expected to do. So let me say, so they were getting along because they felt free and were starting to understand and accept each other. Then the grandma came up. Oh, and on top of that, they hugged by the candle and the light like grew. The candle flame grew and the cracks on the wall was starting to close. And so they would, singing a little song, and then they ended up on bed of flowers on the ground. And the grandma came in and started telling Maribel that she was messing everything up. Then the girl realized, Maribel realized that she could never be good enough for anybody in the family, would never meet the expectations of the grandma, and told her that they argued. And she told her grandma that, and they argued, and the house started cracking, and the family ran out, but Maribel ran to get the candle. She managed to get it, and the house put a barrier over her as protection when everything else crumbled, but the candle went out anyway. I said, I cried when the house pieces surrounded and protected her because that was her ancestors, guides, and angels. They were with her and all of them the whole time. But when the smoke cleared, she was gone. So everybody went searching for her. The grandma found her at the river and sat next to her and finally shared the trauma that she had been holding on to for years. That she was covering up her broken heart. She told her about how she met her deceased husband and they had three babies, and the town was getting rough, so they crossed their river to get to a better place. The grandpa gave the grandma the candle and turned around to stop the men on horses that were chasing them, and they killed him. The grandma dropped to the ground, and her pain and emotions ignited the magic in the candle, which created a blockage to keep the bad men out and also gifted her family in their home. But she got so caught up in trying to prevent something like that from happening again that she applied too much pressure to her family and herself. It took for the house to crumble for her to go back to the river. She had never been back to the river since her husband died. Um, and deal with her trauma and make peace. That's where Maribel saw the yellow butterfly on a plant in the river from the vision that the uncle had. Then the uncle showed up to take the blame. It was funny, y'all gotta watch it. The uncle showed up to take the blame, and the grandma just pulled him in and embraced him because she missed her son and didn't care about all the other stuff anymore because it didn't matter anymore. That I think that's the end because I started talking about um, yeah, I started talking about other stuff. So I'm honestly being an adult. Okay. So that was that for the movie. But um that was a really, really good movie. Well, I mean that wasn't that that wasn't the end of the movie. That's not how the movie ended. After she embraced her son, they brought him back to the house and he saw his siblings that he didn't, haven't seen in years, and he apologized to um, his sister, because he supposedly ruined her marriage, her wedding day. Her and her husband told the story, and like she could control the weather, so her gift was controlling the weather. So if she was upset or she was sad, like a rain cloud, a stormy cloud would cover her head and would cause she could cause like storms and stuff to happen on the whole little um island or wherever it was at. But she was like, it was a beautiful and sunny day, and then he said that, and then it was rainy and this, that, and that. But it goes to show you, everybody kept talking about what Bruno said. They got a song, we don't talk about Bruno, no. I like the song. And the song that the sister got, the strong sister, she got a song, something, 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 pressure to something. It's about pressure because she is stronger, so everybody, like, and she muscular, but she pretty. but she real built and muscular because she lift up everything. She the strongest one, and everybody just keep piling stuff on her, and she was tired. That's what it. She was like, she was getting weak. She wasn't strong no more. It was just she was fucking tired. Like, you can't be strong all the fucking time. That's what the movie was talking about. But you know, it's a kids movie. But baby, they got some lessons in these kids movies. They teaching these kids some stuff. Okay, they teaching these kids how to do shadow work shit. But the kids don't know. You know what I'm saying? But still, if you're an adult and you watch it, it'll spark something in you. You're gonna do some shadow work. You should do some shadow work. But anyway, um, like the brother Bruno, he went to apologize and he was telling his sister that could control the weather. He was telling her, look at that pimple. He was telling the sister that could control the weather that he wasn't trying to ruin her wedding. He was just telling her that he could see that she was sweating, you know, that she was a little scared, but everything was good. Her man loved her and this, that, and that. He thought he was reassuring her, but, you know, I guess everybody assumed, he felt like everybody assumed the worst of him, and they probably did. They, because the grandma probably did when, but anyway, because everybody was following her lead and everybody was trying to live up to her expectations and do what they thought that they were supposed to do, um and utilize their gift to help the family, because she did pressure everybody like, this is your gift for the family, to help the family, to help the village, so, and they didn't know that they could do what they want to do, you know. But that's the message: do what you want to do. You don't have to listen to what nobody else say. You don't have to be what nobody else wants you to be. Be what you want to be. But before you can even know what you want to be or who you want to be, you have to do some inner work. Sometimes it's not even, sometimes you just got to live. Like me, for instance, I have so many damn certifications and licenses because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I graduated high school early and I did not know what I wanted to do. I changed my major so many times. I like what's her name? Not Vanessa. Damn, what's the girl name? The sister on the Cosby Show that kept changing majors and dropped out of college and shit. I was that sister, I guess, because I was always changing my major. Well, I ain't gonna say that, but I was I was like that. I was always changing my major. I did drop out of college. I sure the fuck did, because I damn sure didn't get a degree. Because it was a waste of time. Like, the electives, I love electives. Like, I love sociology. I loved um, anthropology. I love, you know, anatomy and physiology. But baby, that damn all that other dumb shit, like the math classes and all that, like, that was unnecessary. Like, I like English. I loved English because I like to read. I like words. But in college, they want you to write 500 page shit. Like, I'm not doing, I mean, not 500 page, but not 500 pages. But it was a lot and it wasn't necessary. Like, and you want me to write about stuff that I don't even care about. Like, if you went to college and you had to write papers, you know, even if you ain't even go to college, if you was in high school shit and you had to write a paper, you know what you used to do. You used to go in a book, open a book, and if they said, Columbus came to America on a boat in 1762 or whatever the year was, you was like, in 1762, um, he's like, in 1762, a boat came to the Americas and the captain was Columbus. Was Christopher. I don't know if y'all did that, but I damn sure did that shit. If it was something I wasn't interested in, you damn Skippy. All I'm doing is rearranging the words because, like, what am I? I don't even want to. I'm not even. this is boring. I don't like it. It's not what I want to do. So I'm going to do the bare fucking minimum. And yeah, I sure did. And once I realized that I was doing the bare minimum, I got the hell up out of there because what is the point? It just wasn't, it wasn't. And then I was, I was like, no, this ain't the healing I want to do. So I got up out of there after, I was pre-med and I got up out of there and then I wanted to do sports medicine. But then I did a medical assistant program, and that shit was stupid too. And they wanted me to get all these vaccines, and I was like, hell to the nine. So I finished the whole program and everything, and then I just was like, no, because I'm not getting the vaccines, and I just quit that. And then I just was doing a bunch of customer service and different jobs throughout the year. Um, but after my last relationship, I had got my notary, my commission to be a notary public, and my license to sell health and life insurance. So I've been doing that. Well, on kind of sort of, because I did insurance for a while, and I did a little bit of notary work, and I've been on notarized. But they so damn busy right now, and it's just crazy. Every time I get on there, it's like somebody always the thing barely ring and somebody tapping it. It's like whatever. But my last job, it was broker support coach. So I'm like, okay, I could get my coaching in, and it's still in insurance. Child, it didn't work out. It was a brand new position. Me and my coworker, my ex coworker, but my friend, she my friend now. But me and my friend, we were they only had two positions, and me and her, we got the job. We didn't know each other then, but we know each other through that job. And it was cool while it lasted. I appreciated it. It was a really, really, really good company. Like, it was a good company, but what we got hired to do, we weren't able, it didn't get as much traction as they thought it was going to get. It wasn't, because these people, they've been selling insurance for years. They really didn't need us. Um, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But I enjoyed working for that company. We had so much fun. That's why I did a lot of my volunteer work with what's it called? Feed in Tampa Bay. I did a lot of volunteer work at Feed in Tampa Bay with that job, and it was a great job. I wouldn't mind going back if I ever needed to, but I don't plan on going back to um another job. Like, just hourly. I gotta be making way more money than that. But but it was good money. But I need more. Um but anyway, back to Encanto, whatever it's called. Um that said, I want to make this video and now I'm like at a loss. But I had so much, that's why I should have did it but I was doing my scripting. That's what I like. When you do your 369 manifestation, it takes time. So some things that you may want to do, or some things, it helps you to not, I'm not gonna say that. It can help you to fill your time with things that matter. Fill your mind with things that matter. So if you're doing your 369 manifestation, you do 3 in the morning, 6 in the afternoon, and 9 at night time before you go to bed. So during those time frames, it's like you can write a little small paragraph, 3 to 5 sentences, of what you want to manifest. Don't write it like car, house. Like, are you just making statements? You have to, you have to make like a declaration. Like, don't even ask. Don't say I want or I can I have. say, I said in mine, I said, I made this. I have this. I used to be like, I am, or I will, or um, yeah, I am, or I will. But I am is good too. Like, so if you want to use, say, I am, because you want it in present tense, like you already have it. So you say, I am, I have, I made, um, those are good ones. Or I'm grateful for. That's a good one too. I'm grateful for my this abundance of knowledge and wisdom that I have. I'm grateful for my new car. I'm grateful for my new home. I'm grateful for my new um community, my new set of friends, my new tribe. That is good too. I'm grateful for, because not only are you saying that you already have it, but you're giving gratitude at the same damn time. That is that is a great manifestation tool. But you do it 3 times a day, and like for the longest I have been doing, we are healthy, wealthy, thriving, balanced, and free. And when I tell you, now when you manifest, it's not just gonna happen, like magically happen, because that's just not the way it works. You gotta put in some work. A man that don't work don't eat. Faith without works is dead. All that though. So you still gotta do your part, but like let's see. Like how I said, I've been manifesting for the longest. We are healthy, wealthy, thriving, balanced, and free. We are healthy now. We weren't before, but we are now. Like there's levels. You have to keep affirming it. That's basically what you're doing when you do your 369 manifestation. You bringing it out of the ethers, out of your mind, out of the spiritual realm, your heart, the spiritual realm. You bringing it out of there, and you putting it on paper. When you put it on paper, those are elements of the earth. You use your pencil, that's the element of the earth. So you're bringing it from the ethers, the ethereal world, from the spiritual realm to the physical realm on paper. And then you seeing it and you saying it in present tense, your subconscious mind sees it, your subconscious mind hears it. It only knows what you are, what you know, what you are, what's really happening, what's present. It's not worried about the past, it's not worried about the future, it's worried about the present, because it has to be present for everything to function. Okay. So that's why when you do your manifestations, you say it in present tense, not in past tense, not in future tense. You say it in present tense, because you are trying to get your physical self closer to that manifestation that you've been seeing in your mind and in your you that you have in your heart. So you do that, and it's gonna come. You just have to do the work in between. You got to get yourself there, but you are just feeding it to your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind does what you tell it to do. It um manifests what you consume. So if you are repeatedly telling it, I am a millionaire, I am consistent, I am healthy, I am committed, I am, you know what I'm saying? You keep telling it that you are these things. You will become those things if you keep telling yourself that. You got to learn how to control your brain. Right now, the TV is controlling your brain. The radio is controlling your brain. The news is controlling your brain. Society is controlling your brain. Your family is controlling your brain. You need to gain control of that motherfucker so you can make your dreams come true. And that is it. And that is all. And that is basically the gist of the movie. That's the gist of the movie. Like She didn't get a gift, but her gift was to help. Her gift was to help her family to break out of the bullshit and be who they really wanted to be or do what they really needed to do. And that's what she did just by being herself. She didn't have the pressure of having to live up to a gift. She had to go and seek it out and figure it out. And sometimes it's not that movie is saying a gift, but like some people, they are told who they are, how they gonna be. Like you know how some people tell their kids, you ain't gonna do nothing but lay on your back, you ain't gonna be good for nothing but laying on your back, or you gonna tell their son you gonna end up going to jail, or you gonna end up dead, or shit like that. Sometimes parents think that they trying to scare their kids straight and shit like that, but that shit backfire. It don't. Everybody's not the same. So you can't just be telling your kids no dumb shit like that, because you are their first teacher, you are their first guard, you are their first everything. So don't just be telling them like shit like that. You know it didn't work for you. You ain't like it. So why would you do it to your child? If you didn't like something, why you gonna do it to your child? If you already did it, shit is done. All you can do is just when they come at you and be like, cause you did this and you did that. If you did it and you know your ass did it, you better fess up and apologize. You can apologize to your damn child. You get over it. You was wrong. Fess up, be like, yeah, my bad. Even if they don't come to you and tell you nothing, if you realize that you did some shit that might have hurt your child or your children, apologize. Cause they probably really need that shit. You have no idea how much grown people need an apology from their parents, like from their grandparents, from their family. Like you have no idea how that is weighing on a lot of people's hearts, like on a mental, like they stuck because they waiting on an apology from somebody else. And if you are a person that's waiting on an apology from somebody else, you better stop. Fuck them. Simple as that. Don't wait on no damn apology from anybody else. Get over it. And then that sounds insensitive, whatever, but you have to at this point and juncture in your life, in society, and what's going on in the world. Like, face it, deal with it, process it, look at your part, accept them for who they are, and if you feel like they ain't never gonna change, and if you have tried to have a conversation with them and they deny shit, then just leave them alone. Stay away from them. Stay away from them. A lot of times people don't realize when you detach or separate yourself from people, it gives them time to learn your value, and they will come back and they gonna try the shit that they used to try, but you have to assert your boundaries and let them know, hey, we ain't playing them dumbass games. That day is over with. My mama used to say that dog don't hunt. Let them know that dog don't hunt. You hear me? Like you ain't doing this shit. Mm-mm. And then they can either act right or they can scurry their ass along. Either way it go, you just make sure you all right with yourself. And once you get the people that's not meant to be in your energy out of your energy, source is gonna send you the people that's meant to be in your energy. Some people not meant to be around forever. People you was born and raised with. That don't mean that y'all supposed to be in each other's lives forever. It does not mean that at all. Y'all can see each other at a family reunion or some shit here and there, but you don't have to be in contact with them all the time. You don't have to feel bad because you're not in contact with them all the time. Because if every time you're in contact with them, it's some mess, it's some drama, You uncomfortable, they uncomfortable, there's a problem. Y'all don't need to be around each other. That's a waste of fucking time and a waste of energy for everybody. But if y'all can talk it out and work it out, I mean that's beautiful. I wish that for everybody. But if you can't, then shit, move on. You just have to, and don't, ain't no malice in it, ain't no, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You just have to do what's best for you right now. Y'all might be the best of friends later, because sometimes you have to separate, because there's some lessons that you need to learn by yourself and some lessons that they need to learn by themselves. Like I realized that when I was watching the movie, I was thinking about when I was talking to my sister that I grew up with in the house, and she had made a comment like, "Yeah, cause people learn the way they want to learn and they want to do it." She was like, "And I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it. I don't care. I don't want to do it. She said, I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it. I'm not worried about what nobody else did, how they want to do it." And I'm sensitive, so I felt like shit. She trying to sling something at me, but I didn't say nothing. After that, I just don't say shit. I don't give my opinion no more. I don't, if she talking to me, if she venting and she letting some things out, I, most of the conversation, I'm not giving my opinion because she let me know shit she don't want it. Not just for me, she was talking in general, but she could have been talking to me. But she let me know that she don't want it. If she asks me for my opinion, then I will give her my opinion. Like I used to. I used to damn sure give unsolicited advice. For sure. Because first off, if you're telling me something and I know you lying and it don't sound right, I'm gonna be like, that don't sound right. That don't make no sense. And people don't like that shit. Or if they talking to you and they do want your opinion, but you tell them something and they don't like what you said, they don't agree with what you said, then you don't know what the fuck you talking about. But once you stop talking, once you stop giving your opinion, and you talking to them, they were like, "You heard me?" Like I talked to my niece. The last time I talked to her was a while ago, and she was telling me something, and she was like, "You heard me? You heard what I said?" I said, "Yeah, I heard you." And she was like, "Oh," and it was just quiet because I have nothing to say. Like I'm not. If you don't specifically ask me for my advice, I'm not giving it because I realize that people act like they don't want it when I give it. When I'm just giving, they act like it's not, either it's not good enough or they don't want it. But when I stop, then they looking for it. No, no, no. It's just I'm at peace with just keeping it to myself because it ain't my business anyway. And I've learned that I wasted a lot of energy trying to figure out other people's shit for them and analyzing other people's stuff. I'm not worried about none of that shit no more. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm focusing on my business, the business that pays me, and baby, I'm getting things in order. So, like, and I'm loving this. Like, it's peaceful not being in other people's shit. It's peaceful not knowing every little thing that's going wrong, especially when you sensitive and you stressing about shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. Um, But yep, that was that. The movie was good. Just do you, be you, and love on the people that love on you, and give people compassion and grace. And hopefully they do the same for you. If they're not willing to reciprocate, then get the hell on away from them. Because there's no reason for you to be a doormat. You don't need to give nobody grace and compassion if they're not willing to do the same for you. If they want to kick you in the ass when you want to give them grace and compassion, then you need to get away from them because they are not your people. But if y'all both, if it's reciprocal, that is beautiful. I'm here for it, and I wish that for everybody. I wish everybody can have full, reciprocal, balanced relationships, healthy communication, love, and joy, and all that good stuff. But if you can't, then you just can't. Then move along and Source will guide you to the right places and the right areas to meet the right people that will treat you like you need to be treated. And you just make sure that you are healed or in a good enough place to value those people when they come to you. That's why separation is important, because when you're in separation, when you are actively healing, you are purging. So all that bullshit that you picked up from all that other stuff, all them other relationships, you can gain control of it or get a lot of it out of you, so that when you meet the right people, you're not lashing out at them. Because I remember after Hurricane Katrina, it was this dude. His name Desolin. I think that was his name, because it was like not a normal name, not like a, yeah, it was unique. But I think that was his name. We went to Sam together, and he said something. I was talking, and when I went out there, I was trying my best, because it was like, first off, we went through some traumatic shit, and then we get there and everybody is fascinated and amazed, like, oh yeah, 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 y'all say this, say that, say this, say that. And I'm like, ain't no fucking, it's not a puppet show. I'm not here for your amusement. Like, I didn't like all that attention, and I didn't want to, I ain't like it. So I learned how to say their words. Like, they wanted us to say Earl, and they wanted us to say baby, and they wanted us to say all this stuff, and I said it. I heard their ass say it, and I was a parrot anyway. Shit. So I figured it out. They said, say Earl, oil. Say baby, baby. Don't ask me no more. And like, I guess I got excited. Like, when I got excited, it came out like my accent was thick, thick. Or either I talk real fast when I got excited. Cause what about my frequency? It was like, all I heard was buku 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 buku. One time we was talking, but anyway, he was like, I said something, and he was like, he asked me to repeat it. Oh, I think I said yeah. I said something, and I was like yeah, and he was like, he said yeah, somehow you said yeah, and then I don't know what I said, but it was like, it had to be aggressive, because he was like, it had to be, but you gotta understand. It was right after hurricane. It wasn't right after, but it was after Hurricane Katrina, and I was still dealing with fucking PTSD, and still homesick, and still, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know why shit I did that. I don't know what was going on, but my bad. My bad, D. I think that was his nickname. That's what we called him in school, D. My bad, D. I didn't mean to do that to you, but I didn't mean to do that to you. But but I remember that it came to my mind, so whatever. But you just have to, you don't want to lash out at people or make them pay for the shit that the last people did. Like how they say in relationships, don't make the new man or the new woman pay for what the last person did. That's not just for romantic relationships. It's for friendships. It's for jobs. It's for your damn kids. Don't make your kids pay for what they daddy or their mama did. Don't make your kids pay for what your mama or your daddy did. Don't 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 make your kids pay because you don't want to do the work on yourself so that you not fucking them up. Like, man, parenting is hard because I had high expectations for myself, and I feel like, but that's just, man, I gotta get my shit together and not be so hard on myself. I'm doing good. I'm doing real good with not being as hard on myself as I used to be. And then, like I used to be, and then I get like analysis paralysis, and then I don't know what the fuck to do. Like, like, no, that ain't right. And I be hearing my baby say, he be like, no, because it's not perfect, but that's not perfect. And I'm like, where did he get that from? But he had to get that shit from me. And I was just like, damn. Like, damn. And kids, like, their brain is like a sponge up until age. Well, like, they get their development, like, until, like, 6, 7. Like, 7, I think. So, I got, what is this? July, August, September, child, I got 3 months, 2 months until he's 7. But I've been working hard. We've been getting it in. I'm about to schedule his evaluation, his homeschool evaluation, and I'm gonna post it because I'm gonna make a video. But good night. I'm about to take my sleep. I think my hair's dry and my storage is low. So night, love y'all. Take care of yourself. Be well. Be safe. Ashe.